Okay, see you later.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Loud Spot. I'm your host, Sebastian, right out of Oklahoma City. We are hanging out, and I got to switch this over here. There we go. Got my co-host, Southern Flame, Don McIntyre, joining us tonight. And then we are hanging out with Mr. Eric Abyss from the band Traverse the Abyss. What's up, man?
What's going down? How you doing? How's your day so far?
You know what? Honestly, I don't say this very often. It's kind of been a long day. But
Monday, fucking Tuesday.
Tuesday is just Monday's ugly stepbrother. It's in the same vibes.
I know,
It really fucking days vibe.
It really is. And this is Eric's second time on the show. I think they're back on in, was it August? I don't remember. August or September. Right. Somewhere around there.
Somewhere in that time frame.
So you guys have a new song out. It's kind of now it dropped. Frankenshuffle dropped. Was it right before Halloween?
Yeah, it was like we were originally going to put it out on Halloween. That was the mindset, and then as we were getting a little closer to the date, we were like, "Are we shooting ourselves in the foot by doing that?" Just because like the vast majority of people the next day or 2 days after, they're completely out of like that spooky mindset, and
some of us aren't.
most of us, it's really common not to be anymore, but
yeah.
For the most part, it was like we wanted to really try to get it in Halloween season, but towards the date. So I think it was like a day or two prior, like that Friday was the initial.
Okay. I'm one of those people that you can't distinguish the Halloween decor from your regular everyday decor. So
we're the ones that still got the rotting pumpkins on the porch.
Skeletons on the wall.
These ones are like we talked to the guy who sold the magic beans and shit, because these are the same. We have the same pumpkins on our porch as we did when we actually shot the video. Which like
that's tripping.
We definitely pulled like a Halloween vibe, because funny enough, that it definitely was not shot during Halloween season.
That's great though.
Because like same thing with the original Halloween, like they filmed it in the summer, and like if you really pay attention, you could tell like the leaves aren't. There's not all the leaves are falling down or trees turned, and houses are maybe not as decorated and shit. But
share with the magic beans guy.
Yeah,
share the information.
Pumpkins, I don't know, because I got those. It was like the first set of pumpkins they brought out at the Giant by me, and I was like, these will do. And usually they're all starting to gut and fall apart and everything, and these guys are like still on full intact on the porch, like all of them.
I mean,
like,
they're about job.
I mean, pumpkin season is pumpkin season until December 1st, really, right?
Yeah, I would say where the mall that I work at, it was November 13th. That was the day that everything was. There's the Christmas fucking music was playing. The streamers were up. They had Santa there, and I'm just like, that's the date. That's the day. That's when the green light goes. Like you could be Jolly Holly. You could start ordering peppermint mocha and not feel bad about it. Like that's where that transition is. The full effect, yeah, to me is December, is at least Black Friday. Like Black Friday is like, yo, full on like fucking holly jolly, snort candy canes, do whatever you do. But before that, like let me eat my turkey first.
We already got our Christmas tree up, and Christmas decorations are coming tomorrow. And normally, I like to wait till December 1st, but the wife already pulled it out, and I can't argue with that. So I'm like, and the kids love it, man. The kids cannot wait for Christmas every year.
And that's kind of where we're at. Yeah, the whole shit, like our stuff is all set up except the lights up front. We're still on Halloween with the pumpkins still all over. But
I quit doing the lights because I don't like taking them down. I don't mind putting them up, but I don't want to take them down. So
you need one of those. You need one of those like cheapo ones. The cheaters. So like it shoots out the stars gazers.
I had one of those and it sucked. I bought it from Home Depot and it was horrible. And I was like, it looked good in the store, but then when I bought it, I was like, nah, maybe I just need a more expensive one.
But yeah, Frankenshuffle was our we dropped that right before Halloween, but we filmed it towards the summer, so that's kind of like like right before it became fall is like when we got to
Okay.
film it, and we
Let me.
just got done with the editing. It was like toward just getting into October, so it was just like once we got that final cut in our hands, it was like dropping Halloween. And then as we were getting towards Halloween, it's like I think it was like the week or two prior, we were like, what if we did a day or two before? Which like
I would have done it before Halloween myself. I would, because I mean, dropping a video on Halloween is cool and all, but when you're trying to get some press, you definitely want it to build up a little bit of time so people can watch it. Because, like you know, like I said, the whole month of October really is all about spooky stuff, and you know, so I think dropping it before Halloween was a great idea. How well did it do? Pretty well on like on YouTube, especially with the platform.
So for like the track itself, we didn't put it on like Spotify and all that jazz just yet because we're saving up for a new EP that we're dropping. So it's gonna be like a lucky charm on there. So like also for now, anyone that wants to listen to it, they have to go and watch the video. And the video did really well. Funny enough, a lot of the ads for like when you're doing Google ads and stuff like that, they weren't running it based on like the intro roll to the video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's against policy or something or another. So it was like it was funny how that worked with that video compared to the other ones, but like even on just purely organic, it's still doing great. But I found that was a funny different one, like because I just saw another band that I look at, and they had the same problem. Like their videos, they're able to run consistent ads all over with it, and they're like, yo, based on the content of this video, they're not allowing it to get the ads on this one. This one, we really need you guys to do your fan magic on it. So it's kind of the same aspect to that one. But like Faucet Mouth was a stupid video, but like that one, I guess because it jumped right into the song and everything. Like also we were just dressed up stupid.
Right.
And so many people think the beginning of Frankenstuff were like, dude, I thought you sent us one of your porns or something like that. And I was like, yeah, but you were interested and you watched, so that even speaks more volumes.
Yeah, I mean, so I did not watch the video. I did screen record the video, but I was out to dinner when I screen recorded it. So I didn't sit there, and I wanted to watch it and do an actual live reaction to it. So I kind of set the phone down and I'd peek at it every now and again to see if it was done. And I got it, you know, right as it finished, I was able to stop it. So we're going to do a live reaction to this, and then we're going to talk about some of your shows that just happened and some future shows. So we're going to pause this video every now and again as we got something to say. And Don, if you have a question while the video is playing, put your finger up and I will stop the video. In fact, are you on the main thing, or are you on your own login? No.
I don't know. I just clicked into StreamYard and it did have.
All right, well, I'll stop everything then. Okay, all right, here we go.
So it definitely is the follow-up of Faucet Mouth.
Oh, so yes, it is. It's a follow-up of Faucet Mouth. That's right. Tiffany did actually tell me that. So, okay.
So let that be known for anyone who hasn't checked it out. You got to check out the prior video.
Okay, all right, here we go.
The sequel.
Is that an opposite tramp stamp?
Yeah.
You? That's you, right? Is that you? That's you, right?
Yeah.
It's like the opposite tramp stamp on your stomach instead of your back.
Yeah, that's like it's like the man whore.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
That was a cover up of a tattoo I got when I was 15. It was a stick and poke. So I was like, yo, that gotta go. So that's how that ended up.
All right, everybody, wake the fuck up. Shit got wild, Eric.
still has the best part.
Great.
Who did all the makeup for you guys?
So most of us worked at a haunted attraction in our area called Reaper's Revenge for especially like the bass player and myself. Like we worked there for years, like at least 4 or 5 years plus or so. And their head makeup artist is a close friend of ours. She doesn't work there as of this year, but they're very close friends of ours, and they live down the street. Actually, her husband plays a character later on in the video, but she came through. She did the zombie all the prosthetics and stuff for Mike, and then she did airbrush. It was like airbrush for the paint on the rest of us.
Awesome.
Like Dave with all the green for Dankenstein, which that's still like my favorite changeover. He walked into my house and he's seen the giant weed flag and he's like, I know what I'm standing by. It's like, what if I look like I'm hitting a joint and then I exhale and then I'm Dankenstein? I'm like, that sounds right. That works.
That works. All right, let's check it out.
We all want it.
Hold on, I noticed something. That tracksuit that the guy was wearing, wasn't that the same tracksuit that was in Faucet Mouth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so many little things from the past videos, like that one and Only Human, that are like little like Easter eggs. Like some I'll point out is obviously the tracksuits in the pre-roll. I'm trying to think of little ones. I'll bust them out towards the end where we don't have as many spoilers. But we definitely wanted to do like parody knockoffs of horror people. So that's a Dripula for Dracula and Dankenstein. The only
every time somebody that follows Traverse the Abyss that sees something from a past video, you gotta take a shot. That's the rule. That's the game we're playing. Okay.
Right. I can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that. But you know what? I'm gonna take a drink for noticing that tracksuit.
The tracksuit if you want.
All right, here we go.
Let's see what other one.
That's badass.
You look like you got something to say. You got something to say, Eric.
All right. So including the shot you did for the tracksuits, I'm up to like 3 or 4.
Okay, well that's probably the only one I'm going to.
But you have an
I'll drop them on.
Advantage, Eric.
I'll drop you on that one. Is the 2 girls, the trick or treaters, where one was from the Faucet Mouth video. Actually, yeah, both of them were in the Faucet Mouth video.
Okay.
The one was in the pool scene. The other was towards the redneck scene.
Okay.
She was in. So that's 2. I count that as 2 separate ones because I'm a cheater and I'm trying to get my points up so you guys can enjoy yourselves. And then the scenery that we're at right now with the brick is the exact same location that we filmed the like metal parody part of Faucet Mouth. Was in that exact same location.
That is cool that you guys did that, though. That's really a neat kind of like a twist to a new video, right?
It's just small little things that someone might go like, is that the same fucking like spot that they were in the other one?
Yes.
Same with
That is the gamer in you. That's pretty epic.
Little twist arounds. That the dance that we're doing at this part, I'll because everyone no one gets it, which is almost kind of the point. But like it's like an inside joke story per se, which I still love. We played this local festival a couple years ago, 2019, and at the end of the night, this one girl was really bombed, and I guess the whole night she wanted to check because we were touring in a school bus at the time, like a literal short bus. So,
Okay.
and she's like, "Dude, I want to go on the bus," and we're like, "Yeah, like if you want to check it out, go ahead," because we would have everyone come on and they would sign it because it still had that like the whitish gray at the top. So we'd have markers and everyone would sign and date or put the location of where we met them and shit.
Right.
So she was hanging out on the bus for a while, and it was about that time to leave, and she was like, "All right, I guess I'm gonna get out of here." And she leans back, and at the time, my wifey, she's like, "Hey, watch your head," because we had this low-hanging shelf as soon as you got on the bus, and everybody would hit their head on it.
Oh, I hate that's like the worst.
And especially if you were tall, they would always just turn and like look. They look like a giraffe. They would, like, both. But she, like, in her drunken state, she like reached back and like football charged herself forward. So Miranda was like, "Watch your head," and she just. She made the middle board came up and fucking shook and came back into place. And she fell back into sitting into the chair, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Like I seen grown men smack their head off, and that didn't even do like justice on what she did there. So I was in the stairwell of the bus, and I was like, "Fuck!" So I'm walking down. I'm like, "I gotta see if she's all right, dude." Like that fuck. And I turn around, and she's walking down the stairwell of our bus, going,
No.
That's
so
like the worst feeling to hit your head like that, dude. I've done it.
I couldn't even hold it. I was like, and like the whole next week at work, I kept fucking thinking of that in my head, like the whole scenario, and I'd just be cracking up. And like my supervisor's coming over, he's like, "You all right over here?" And I'm like, "Yeah, dude." I'm like, and I'd tell him the story, and he'd get a giggle out. I thought I was gonna get in trouble at work because I just would fucking start chuckling over it, and for like I laughed about it for so long. It was like it got just worked into that. It had to be that's the Franken shuffle.
And now she's gonna say this and give you shit.
How you doing? I was like, "Yo, I gotta see if she's all right." I turn around, she's walking down the steps to it.
So the whole song is the name of the song is pretty much based off that one particular moment, right?
Yeah, from like 3 years ago.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
This one band that's like petty and they don't like us. They say I hold on to jokes forever. So yes, I do. So that's for you guys.
And
They won't watch the fucking interview anyways. But just because I'm a douchebag. I was trying to do as many times as I could during that part. I was trying to run into our bass player's bass when he was playing to reenact that part. So,
Did you ever were you able to ever was he like getting away from you, trying to get you not to run into him?
I do this shit at shows in practice where there's like small inside jokes or like motions I'll do, and I'll just do them constantly to try to. I guess it's not to throw them off, but like to throw them off, but keep their minds on beat. So like just in case something fucking happens in life, it's like, oh, they know to keep that motion in head.
Right.
Like, I don't know. I do dumb shit all the time that like it makes sense to me, but like same thing. Like when I do
excuses, it's shenanigans.
I say shit all the time on the show that makes sense to me only, I think, every now and again. So all right, let's check it out. Here we go. hot were you guys playing this song in those costumes, man?
Oh, we were fucking dying, dude.
Dude, I
Because
could
then
just,
we had
I
all
just
the people-
imagine.
You had all the people dancing behind us too, and all the lights on you and everything. Like we had to run through the song. I want to say like at least going towards 20 to 30 times just
Did you have to redo
through
the
the different
makeup?
shot. With the we had the makeup on since like 12 noon that day. We didn't get done till like almost midnight.
Was there touch-ups that had to be done with the makeup, or did it all stay on pretty good?
No, actually, for the most part, it stayed on.
That's good.
So,
That's awesome, man.
It was getting it off. It's getting it off. That's the fun part.
Yeah. The song is actually almost done. Here, let's play it out. Awesome. Another Traverse the Abyss song that does not disappoint. You guys have great songs, man. And it's no wonder you guys are getting some really good shows. So you guys just opened up for, what was it, Attila?
Yeah, we just did the gig with Attila just about a month or so ago. With
Okay.
That was down at Reverb in Reading, PA. And one of the bands that was on the actual tour cycle ended up dropping off. So we ended up getting bumped up a later time slot. So
Nice.
the room was nice and filled. It was fun because like usually when I start our shows, I'll be like, yo, roll call. Put your hands up if you know who the fuck we are. And there's always like a few hands. And then I want to say a couple years ago, but holy fuck, it's going towards like maybe 10 years ago now. But
Oh, damn.
me and our bass player and a couple of buddies, we saw Cottonmouth Kings up in Poughkeepsie, New York, and it was on 420. And one of the rappers that was opening up was Snow the Product, and she kept like plugging her name throughout the entire set. And she's like, yo, I know I'm sound fucking like a broken record and I'm annoying as fuck about it, but this is the only time I have where I have your complete attention and it makes you remember my name. And I was like,
a great idea.
So I that always stuck with me and I always reiterate it. So like when we're on stage, like every chance I get, I'm plugging our name, because then midway I'll be like, yo, what's our band name? And
that's good. That's a smart way to do it, man, because you got the audience's attention. You might as well capitalize on that and get them to remember who you are.
Yeah, and then having like 500 people spit it right back at you is like, ooh.
You know it's going to resonate and stick with some people for forever, even some, you know?
Well, we did the same thing. We opened for Motionless in White a few years ago. That was 2018. It was one of the only hometown shows they've done recently where it's like a club show, not like more Mayhem Festival or Warped Tour or any shit like that. And we played right before they went on, and it was like 1,100 people just like screaming. The fucking pit was huge. Like it was still. We had awesome shows. Like the Attila show was probably one of the best like solid crowd reactions we had wise, but like I still probably hang on to that Motionless show forever, just because that was like the virginity popper of having like over 1,000 people pretty much eating out of the palm of your hand. Like people thought we were like a bigger band and shit. Like weren't. So it was a good feeling.
Dude,
same thing with
when you're playing with a band like Motionless in White or like Attila, and then you're gonna play with we're gonna talk about Nonpoint and Dropout Kings, right? And when you play with bands like that, I mean, and you guys, you're not like a tiny little band, but it's going to amplify who you are, because there's a big audience there, and you're playing with some of these big bands. It's only a matter of time before you get to hit that stage like they do. And so, are you excited about the Nonpoint and Dropout Kings show?
Oh, absolutely. I'm personally a big fan of the Dropout Kings. So I like Dropout Kings. Nonpoint's dope. Old school, back playing SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 and 2007. They had their songs on there. I remember that shit. The club that we're playing at is good too. One Center Square in Easton. We opened for Attila there prior a couple years ago. Same thing. We opened. It was Whitechapel, Chelsea Grin, Slaughter to Prevail and Oceano. It was the 10 years This Is Exile tour, and that was our first like actual on the flyer sold out show. And like in prior bands and stuff, we did like big shows, but like they're always like the festival styles and not like Blue Ridge or anything like that. It's
Right.
like a local club is having a noon to 11 o'clock at night concert with a shit ton of locals. Like this is the first time it was a sold out show right on the flyer, and there's only 3 locals with them on the
Wow.
tour act. So it was just like that was
Did you-
another one. Like
Intense.
When you opened up for Attila, did you get to go hang out with the band afterwards? And was it like you guys play, then you gotta get off stage because some bands are real particular about things like that.
the venue is definitely like, yo, you need to get out real quick, like off the stage, because like to them you're still nobody. Like they
Right.
don't, you're not on the tour package. You're not getting any special catering. You got like 5 fucking minutes to set up and sound check yourself, so you don't really get any favors out of that kind of stuff. But like same thing, like a lot of the bands, they're usually tired as fuck, so a lot of them, for like the vocalists and shit, they'll hang out up in the green room, which I get, because like one thing that kills me is like I love being social with people at the shows, but like having to yell over the music and the bar, and then you're on stage doing vocal. It's just like my voice could feel rugged as fuck the next day, and that sucks, especially if you're trying to do a couple shows in extensive. Which even at local shows, it's the same thing. Like I just hate having to yell over.
Yeah,
and they're drunk and they don't know what the fuck you're saying anyways.
Yeah, I know. Okay. That's why I don't go to nightclubs anymore, man. I used to go to nightclubs a lot back when I was younger, and now I just got tired of like having to scream to talk. So I don't mess with it anymore. And let's talk about, so you stream on Twitch. Is it video games?
Yep. A little bit of like everything is like what I do for that is we have our pre-roll. So like when I go live, that first like 10 minutes or so, I'm plugging some Traverse songs, like usually 3 or 4 different songs, while it gives time to people to get the notification that I'm live and that they can actually get in, instead of like by the time they get in, I'm already in the mix. Because with the pre-roll, I'll do like an icebreaker question, like, all right, pizza, tacos, or burgers. You keep 2, you got to get rid of 1. What's your pick? Something that simple that people can engage with, just to get them a little bit of conversation flowing. And then the first screen I flip to is my chatting screen, which is basically like kind of what we're doing now. It's like a mini podcast. So I'll take a small topic, whether it's about music or a movie or a game or something that my audience might find interest in. And then we'll start kind of tackling that again, trying to bring more conversation into the chat. And then we'll switch over we'll run a poll so they can pick what game we're going to play. Or if it's one that I already have interest in doing myself, we'll go forward. And then it's on the 3rd Thursday of each month. I do a subathon. So basically with Twitch, people pay for subscriptions unless you have Amazon Prime, because then your subscriptions are free, which it's not about DMs. I'll show you how to do that. Because
I've got Twitch and I know how all that works. I've been trying to get Sebastian on the bandwagon.
I have a Twitch account. I have a free Twitch account that I don't know if I've streamed a couple episodes on there, but I do so much as it is. I'm like, Twitch is just another thing.
It's another another schedule and all that. Like, actually, speaking of that, you guys should check me out in about like 20 minutes.
To be honest, I got to answer your question of if pizzas, tacos, or burgers, even though it wasn't directed towards me. You know, I was been thinking about it since you just said it, and so like for like a whole minute now, and I would go with I think I would choose burgers, man. If I had to get rid of one, I think I would choose burgers. You know, I like tacos. It's definitely not going to be tacos. It's not going to be tacos. No, but it's a toss between pizza and burgers. But I think I eat more pizza than I do burgers. So probably burgers. I like burgers. So I'm not talking shit about burgers. I love a good hamburger and cheeseburger. I'm just saying if I had to choose one, that's what it would be.
What, to toss it or keep it?
Toss it. I toss the hamburger.
I'm tossing the pizza. I've never been a great pizza fan.
What are you tossing? Eric?
Probably the burgers.
Yeah, see, and no hate on burgers. I like burgers.
I
I'm
mean,
just
it's
saying.
just burgers are cool. It's just you can do so much more with the pizza.
Yeah, you can
And
make a
I
hamburger
fucking
pizza.
love tacos, so that's
I don't
Yeah.
eat cheese, so the pizza was easy for me.
That was
I'm
easy for
borderline
you.
should be from Wisconsin for how much cheese I ingest. It's disgusting.
I say that I don't like it. I just don't eat it.
All right. Well, hey, you know what, man? Thank you for coming on for your second time on the show, dude. Thank you so much for taking your time
Thank
to
you
talk
guys
with
for
us,
having me.
sharing with us the Franken Shuffle. For everyone that wants to go see that, it is on YouTube right now. The audio stream has not yet been available, but go ahead and tell us your website, and go ahead and what's your Twitch Twitch name.
So the band website is just as simple as our name, www.traversetheabyss.com. On there, we have all our we have merchandise, so you can snag our merch. We have all the videos listed, and if you sign up to our mailing list, you could actually get some promotions, especially with this upcoming weekend and all that jazz, where you could get some discounts on the merchandise, CDs, hats, whatever floats your boat. Twitch, the Twitch handle.
Go ahead with the Twitch handle.
Twitch is twitch.tv/Eric_Abyss, because when I put Eric Abyss together, it comes up for all the stuff as Erica.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, Erica.
ERIC is how you spell your name. There's no K in it. It's ERIC, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, ERIC_Abyss.
There you go.
I should probably pop up, and I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday starting at 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. So
that's 9:30 for me. You know what? I'm gonna fall. I gotta re-download Twitch. My phone completely crashed on me over the weekend, so I had to get a new phone. And because my phone was so messed up, when I tried to log into it, on iPhones you can put your fingerprint or use the passcode. Well, it was like making me do the passcode, but it was like typing in its own numbers because the screen was all jacked up, and eventually it completely disabled my phone. And so I took it to the Apple store, and they're like, I had to get a new screen, and not only that, they had to reset my phone back to factory settings. So I lost all my apps. I lost everything. So
sign into your Apple ID.
That's the problem. I don't know it.
That's where they fucking get you, and that's why I do not use Apple products.
Yeah, I don't know it, man. I tried to figure it out, and by the third time trying to figure it out, they're like, "It's gonna lock you out again." I was like, "Screw it, new Apple ID. Let's just go with the new."
I was mentioning it to her earlier. That's what I currently do for work at the moment. Is I work with devices. I work with phones and tablets and watches and shit. I'm a retailer for a corporate cellular. Right. So I won't drop. I won't fully name drop them.
Next time I got a phone problem, I'm just gonna mail you my phone.
Please don't.
Fix it, and don't go through my photos.
No, because you got an Apple phone, so I can't do it.
All right, man. That's all the time we got. Don't go anywhere. Stay right there. I want to thank you for being on, Don. Thanks for coming on tonight. Go to www.theloudspot.net, patreon.com/theloudspot if you support us. $3 a month really does help us out. We got merchandise. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stream us on Apple, Spotify, and everywhere else that you listen to your podcast. Peace out. Rock on.
Much love.
There we go.
Catch you later.
This is the Loud Spot outro by Nothing Short of Tragic. Is this all talk with no action? No. Is this my thoughts with distraction? No. Is this what I bought that's in fashion? Or is this the Loud Spot with Sebastian? Yes. Does Nothing Short of Tragic have his back again? Yes. Does everything that's good really have to end? Yes. A pin post has a pin show, so to get more episodes, make an order, this is over.
Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to click the like and share button.
Don't forget to go to our YouTube and subscribe.
If you want to listen to our audio and pick up some cool merch, go to www.theloudspot.net. Peace out, rock on, much love.